Right. Now, ideally, as you know, you're going to have your knees below your iliac crest. So you're going to have your knees here, below these bones here, because of the way that affects your breathing. If you need to sit up on something, get comfortable so you have a sustainable position. And again, just check your spine so you're not kind of pushing forward in the chest to sustain the upright lift. You've got enough lift of the chest directly above the pelvis. So it's not a spinal extension that enables you to sustain the position. So lift up a little bit on something if you need to. And as you inhale, spread the nostrils. Get that flare of the nostrils as you breathe in. And let the jaw hang slightly. So there's a hang, drop to the jaw. And the muscles of the face switching off. We get space in the face. So the first phase is always awareness of breathing. It's like coming in and listening. Tuning into the web of information that the body is. And of course, if we think of this in terms of left and right hemispheres, it's a shift from left hemisphere, beta state, into the right hemisphere, dropping down into slightly more of an alpha state. So it's also a neural shift of attention and how we're operating. The right hemisphere being more connected into the body, into emotions. So we're tuning in and listening. And the breath is the great teacher. It is so full of information, or the ripples of information. And for me, awareness of breathing is like coming home. And then from here into coherent breathing, into 6-6 inhales, 6 exhale. So we start to regulate the breath. Again, and again, as you're doing this now, you can check in and see if muscles that are being activated, is it just the diaphragm and the belly expanding, or is the chest involved in the breath? That's information. And again, you can, if it's the chest is involved, if you've got the chest opening up, the thoracic area opening up, the rib, thick sternal intercostal switching on that 6-second inhale, it's okay, but it's worth noting because it's going to change the way your nervous system is working in relationship to the breath. So we can consciously relax the muscles of the belly on that inhale and come into that 6-6 breath through the nose into an abdominal breath. So you want to be checking where in your system is that 6-6 breath happening. Nothing is taken for granted. Consistent and continuous awareness. So the 6-6 coherent breath is in through the nose, tongue in place, jaw relaxed, diaphragm contracting down, belly expanding, front, sides and back. So 360-degree feeling, front, sides and back of the belly, all opening in response to that diaphragmatic contraction as it pushes down. The pelvic floor, if you feel into it, is also pushing down. There's just a moment to feel into all those structures. And the more awareness there is in these structures, the more awareness you have in daily life. Going to add in a breath hold at the end of the inhale. So when you get to the most open, expansive balloon feeling in the belly, which is the diaphragm pushing down, that expansive balloon feeling in the belly with the diaphragm pushing down. You're going to hold the breath there. Relax into it just for a few. So before we go deeper, we're going to go into really calming the system. to find that baseline of deep peace now. So we've got that breath hold. So 6-second inhale, middle breath hold. Now start to lengthen the exhale. And see if you can make the exhale as long and slow as you can. And a little tiny, tiny micro hold for something like a second at the end of the exhale. So it's a 360-degree inhale, abdominal inhale, tongue in place, jaw relaxed, flaring the nostrils softly. A hold, which will be a number of seconds, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 20, at the end of the inhale. And then a long, slow exhale. Again, aiming on the exhales for approximating 12 seconds, maybe 15 seconds, maybe 20 seconds, maybe longer. So we're going to double or triple or even potentially quadruple the length of the exhale compared to that 6-second inhale. The inhale might even get a little bit longer as you do this, as the whole system starts to drop. Now, as we're dropping, we're going to stay even more present. So the temptation here is to drift away, to dissociate from the body, for the attention to switch off from what's happening, to go into a trance state. So what we're training ourselves in doing is staying even more present, even more aware as we go into these deeper states.